Best Premiership players you played with and against.
The things he does, whether that's in training or in a game, yeah.
And he hasn't changed.
Apart from the cars he drives.
Apart from the cars he drives, yeah. And the amount of cash he carries around.
I'm going up there with one of the best players I've ever played with, I'd say.
This is Hits Different Ultimate 15 Special Edition with Cadan Murley, the England speedster. Cades, the rules are simple. You've got to pick your 15 of players that you've played with or against from the Premiership. Cades, you've had 7 years in the Prem, over 100 games for Quins. You've played for England A. You've seen a lot of rugby. We want to know the Premiership players, best Premiership players you played with and against, starting with the big lads.
Yeah, okay. For me, the props are pretty easy.
Okay.
I think played with them for a number of years. You can't, like Marla Collier.
Yeah, it's a good combo.
Like, as a Quins player, seeing Collier firstly, I don't think he's had so much press. He's the most underrated player, I think, up there. I can't remember conceding a scrum pen.
No.
It was always nice having a platform to play off.
That was nice.
Mate, I reckon I've scored so many tries off set piece from a scrum because of Marla and Collier, so I can't not put them in there.
It's amazing, like most backs unit splits, we do scrums off a lovely platform, don't we?
Yeah.
Practice these scrum strikes off a beautiful platform, and it gets to the weekend
and it's a mess.
But
having
it's rolling
that
backwards. But with them, like...
And being able to just call a scrum. If, you know when you get those penalties that are in the middle of the pitch, hard to kick to the corner.
Yeah.
We're Quins, we don't want to take 3.
Yeah.
I think you're right about Collier. I think he'd be right up there as one of the most underrated...
100%.
Underrated Premiership 15 of all time.
Yeah. I mean, who's laughing now? He's in his chateau in Cast,
drinking red wine and eating.
counting cash
We'll do that,
in
actually.
his hot tub right now.
So we'll do that as a feature.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Underrated. And then, Marla's Marla, I think.
Yeah.
What he did for us in that year, we won the Prem, I think, is something that I'll never forget. So, he'd be up there.
Awesome. Okay, what's going to get awkward here is if when you don't pick any Quins players.
I know, this is what I thought. I've got mates. Like, they're going to be watching this. Like,
nah, mate,
don't worry about it.
No, I know.
Don't give it to them unless they really deserve it.
No, I agree.
Yeah, you've got to earn their stripes here.
Yeah, hooker. I've gone Montoya.
Nice.
I think he looks like a prop, but moves like a back rower.
Yeah.
And when you got that in your hooker,
He's hard, isn't he?
yeah, he's hard. He hits hard. Jackal in him. He's got. I don't really pay much attention to throwing or anything, but I like the look of him as a hooker.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
Good honesty as well.
Exactly.
We had Mike Brown on a few episodes ago, and he's put him in his all-time best hooker he's ever played.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
I've chosen all right. I've chosen all right.
Yeah, that's a good front row, that.
And then in the row. See, again, I don't really pay much attention.
Oh,
to it.
yeah, that's the tough bit, isn't it? Like, just get these
I
lads
want-
out of the way quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as you get in line up.
Who's going to win you some nice
See,
ball
I think,
to go off the top?
I'd go Courtney Laws, I think. I'd have him in the row.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know he finished in the back row, but you can stick him in the row, can't you?
Yeah, you can.
He's tall.
It's your team, mate.
He'd win a line-out. Yeah, he's going to go in the row for me. And then you probably want someone... You got Launchbury in there. I think I'd probably go Launchbury. He's your maul stopper, right?
Premiership
Moral backs
resilience as well.
Exactly, yeah.
He's
yeah,
had a
to
lot
do
over
what
the
he's-
years. Big friend of the show.
Yeah.
He really is.
Started us off.
Kicked us off, actually.
did.
We've not forgotten about you, Joe.
Was he first, was he?
He was the first,
Wow.
the launch
Yeah.
show.
And just such a nice human being. Like, you're not going to
Amazing.
find someone
Big
better.
bit of meat, isn't it?
Yeah, huge.
Clumsiest man in world rugby.
He's clumsy when he walks.
Yeah, the amount of tables he knocks over with his arse, his slosh bucket of an arse.
You do feel like that in your
He
pants.
kicked me in the face the other day in training, doing an arabesque. He said he was jumping out of a ruck, did an arabesque and booted me in the face.
Is that why the little...
He did. Yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
That's Joe Launchbury there, and that one.
So we've got our second row. So
our
we did
second
play
rows.
together quite a lot for England.
Yeah, that's
so
a
There we
good
go,
thing.
perfect combination.
back row. You're starting to get more comfortable with the back row, aren't you?
I'm going to go Dave Ewers at 6.
Wow.
Whenever I played against him, I don't know, again, he's massive. He hits things hard, he carries hard. That's what I want from my 6. I don't want anything too flashy.
He's got a head the size of a cow
He's
as
huge,
well,
like
isn't
his
he?
back as well. Was just, I just remember looking at him, and if he was ever in the wide challenge, just being like...
Hanging. That's what you what a, like... That is an educated selection as well, by the way, because that's another man who'd be in that reckoning for an underrated
100%.
brilliant player.
Never played for England,
Nope.
which was...
It's because people wanted him in and Eddie didn't want him for a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah, pretty mad.
He's,
Good choice, that Cades. I like
I'm
that.
chucking him at 6, bit of weight. And at 7, again, it's another shout for your underrated. I'm going Will Evans. Honestly, up there with one of the best players I've ever played with, I'd say.
Really?
He is special, especially at his niche, the jack. Like,
I think it's been noticed.
No one
French
comes
clubs are
close.
starting to look at him, aren't they?
I think
Apparently.
they are. I think he's one of those players that until you've played with him,
you don't realise.
you don't realise. He gets us so many
Out of
turnovers.
so much trouble. Like
Yeah.
defensively, when you're defending phase on phase, you just know if you hang on long enough, he will get one eventually.
And his tackle technique, again, we say this a lot.
Yeah.
For the kids out there, watch Will Evans' tackle
Because he's not
technique.
much heavier than. Like,
No, he's at back
what's he,
in
like,
terms of
late
weight.
90s kilos probably.
Yeah,
Maybe tips 100, but that's it. And he's hates training.
yeah.
Doesn't train well at
Good
all.
lad,
But
good
you
lad.
put him in
Nice
the
lad.
team at the weekend, and
Yeah.
So he's my 7, and then 8 is 8. There's a few kicking around. Visa is. I've never been hit harder than being hit by Jasper Visa.
Yeah.
High ball. Jack Kenningham didn't cradle me. I'll never forget
One of those
that.
young
So
kids
we're
again.
shouting Ken us out.
Yeah.
Tell you what, there's a lot of pressure on Courtney Laws to win line-up ball in this team, isn't there?
Yeah, well, Will Evans isn't getting up.
Yeah.
They
No,
can't
Evans
lift
again.
Dave.
But
Because
Don't think
again,
Dave
it's
Hughes-
something I don't
Don't think
really
Dave
think.
Hughes can go up.
We'll
I'm
try
not
one
sure.
of those
Not sure
over the
launches-
tops,
over the top
over the tops
balls.
to my 12.
Is that what we're doing
Yeah, that's what
constantly?
I've
I
got
like it.
coming, yeah.
Yeah, just concerned about line-up ball, but we don't have to think we're going to win scrums and we're going to
Yeah,
play
exactly.
a loose style of play, aren't we?
Yeah.
So you're going with Visa?
I think I'm going, again, Domers is going to, and Domers is, some of the skills is just ridiculous, but again, I'm going hard hitters in my team, so I think I'm going to go Visa.
Yeah.
Notable mention, but you're going Visa.
Yeah, I'm going Visa.
Nice. So not the captain of your team.
No.
No.
So that's a nice
Visa.
balanced back roller. That I was getting stuck into that lineup, but 2 huge minging carriers into
then
on a
just your
Friday
jackal.
on a wet Friday night, and then one
Yeah.
just to get over the ball.
That's a good
You're
pack,
picking a
isn't
team
it?
to win here, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like your style, Cage. And Cage, you do a bit coaching, just a little slight
Yeah,
digress.
little-
Can you just tell everyone about your coaching
Yeah,
record so
Richmond
far?
Rugby Club, Nat 1, 9 games, unbeaten in 9, 8 wins, 1 draw so far. So we're actually second in the league on that though. So we're a bit
Huge.
disappointed still. We're not.
What do you mean? Who's
Behind
won?
Rams have won 9 from 9.
Ah, when do you play them?
Friday night in December.
Big game.
So, yeah.
Where are they from?
Home first. They're ready.
Oh, Richmond will be buzzing.
You're getting
Richmond
it.
will be
Is it
buzzing.
the Orange
yeah.
Tree at the bottom of town?
Orange
This is a
Tree.
call
Orange
to
Tree.
notice
What
now.
a pub that is.
Whoa,
Yeah.
when that you beat them and then straight into the Orange Tree.
You
that
Reading
was some
Arms
Friday
are
night.
getting it. The Richmond boys. I'm going to come and watch that. Where is it?
At the Rag.
Oh, right.
Friday Night Lights, I think, as well.
We'll
so.
be into the Orange Tree,
Oh,
won't we?
there.
Before and
Pints.
after.
Pints
yeah.
before and after. And during. Go see.
It's different Christmas do that.
Oh, that could be it.
At the
Yeah, lovely.
Nice.
Maybe we do a little show from the Rag.
Oh.
Take it on tour. Logistically might be problematic, but yeah, okay.
Are we?
Yeah, we'll do it here. We'll Uber over. Sam, the backs, Cage, the talented ones. Now you've got your meats. Where are your desserts? Where are they going to be?
Yeah. So 9.
There's a caveat. You don't feel like you need.
No,
don't
I
feel
know,
any
I know.
No,
pressure.
you don't
Yeah.
have to, mate.
No, I know.
It's
Yeah.
actually actively encouraged not to. Just
Okay.
let you know.
Yeah.
So DC was. I've got 3 names.
Cool.
So it's DC and 2 Saffers.
Yeah.
Faf de Klerk.
Okay, yeah.
And I didn't actually play against him in the Prem, but I have played against him for Montpellier.
Yeah.
And he played for Northampton. And I think watching him, Cobus Reinach,
Yeah.
when he was at Northampton, was and he's quick and he's just everything. Yeah,
Takes
so
an intercept, doesn't he?
he loves an
My God,
intercept.
he loves an
yeah.
intercept.
He had that year, didn't he, for Northampton, where
He just scored
kept scoring
every time he
tries.
touched the ball.
It's so quick,
Do you know, I
so
give
quick.
For Faf over Reinach, just to counter this, I thought what Faf gave Sale for a number of years, he's like, his competitiveness was horrible. I don't know what
Yeah.
you found
Yeah,
like playing with,
yeah.
my God,
I'll never remember when he held you up.
Yeah.
I thought for all money you were in
so
there.
annoying.
There's a photo of me celebrating behind you, I think.
Yeah,
And then I'm
it's
having to
bad.
stop
It's
pretty
bad for me,
quickly.
Kate. It was a bad finish. I'd never forgive Faf for that. Like, I'd be joint with Wadey
With
now.
Wade, yeah, back
now
into
he's
third,
Really? Is that what
yeah.
it-
Now he's one ahead. But there was those couple of years where we had Faf de Klerk, Cobus Reinach, and Francois Hugard, the 3 South
yeah.
African scrum halves,
Worcester, yeah, he was-
earning shed loads.
Oh, yeah.
But they were worth every penny. I
Yeah.
thought they were brilliant for the league.
Hogarth would produce one moment a game, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Couldn't really catch up couldn't kick or pass, could he, that well? But he
Looked great.
looked
Could run, tackle,
fantastic.
and, yeah.
Looked
And
really
drove a
good.
Lamborghini. So,
Yes, he did.
yeah.
So Cobus Ryan
Cobus
at 9,
Ryan,
mate.
I
Yeah,
think,
great
is
choice.
Taking it, yeah.
Great choice.
And then
Who's-
10, I am going to go with my good friend Marcus Smith.
I
It's hard
think you
not
have to. I think
Yeah.
you have to.
Like, the things he does, whether that's in training or in a game, yeah. You don't really need to explain it too much.
No. Okay, so you know Marcus better than most people. You're two best mates. You've basically grown up together. Just give everyone maybe a little insight into, like, everyone sees the flashy stuff and they go, oh, that Marcus, oh, he's amazing. It's God-given, that talent. But you see, I've seen just how hard he works as well.
His
right?
competitiveness, his drive to be the best is like nothing I've ever seen. Whether that's recovery, whether that's analysis, whether that's in training, whether that's in he wants to win at any cost. Like, he'll do the fight and everything in him. People see and they say his defence, etc. I genuinely reckon he's one of the best defensive 10s out there.
Yeah.
He just puts his heart on his sleeve. And that's the biggest thing about it. Half of the battle in defence, I think, is putting your head where it hurts. And he'll do that for you because he's that desperate to win.
Do you think we're just starting to see, because he's been sort of pulled back and put in, pulled back and put, are you chuffed to start to see the markers that you've seen for Quins for so many years in the England shirt and owning it and being the man?
Yeah, I think we are, and I think he's showing it week in, week out. He's one of the best players in the world. And he's going to continue to do that for the next 10 years, I believe, because he's so professional off and on the pitch. Like, I still don't think we've seen anywhere near his best, whether that's in England or Quinshot. I think he can take it to another level. Some of the things you see in training that I think he was only going to bring in more to his game. He's going to like take over.
He said it on the show himself, didn't he? He'd only rated himself as a 6.5 of what he can hopefully get to, and I agree. And I still get annoyed when people think it's a fluke or he was born with that gift. Like,
No.
I've not seen a lad want it as much
No,
as he
neither.
does, which is his most impressive trait. And he hasn't changed, I don't
No.
think, in the
No, he hasn't
7,
at
8
all.
years we've known him, which is,
Apart from the cars he drives.
apart from the cars he drives, yeah, and the amount of cash he carries around. Let's go to your centres then, Kate.
Yeah.
It's a good, I like that 9-10. There's a quick 9 and 10 there.
And then, because we're throwing over the top, because you're worried about...
Well, we've got no line.
yeah,
We
Yeah.
don't need it. Not with this
It's
team.
Mark Atkinson at 12.
We don't need this. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Again, Andre.
Yeah.
It's so Quinsy, but he is the best 12 I've ever played with or against. He is like... And again, people think because he's massive, he can only... He's got some of the best skills as well. Massive left boot, off both hands. He can play at the line or he can play deep. He's not very quick, but we've got speed everywhere else, don't we? So, yeah. But no, he would be my 12. And I think him and Mark has just had a connection that works so well.
I mean, that's the bit that was missed about him, what you touched on, is like, people just looked at him when he was here when he carries big and carries straight, but there was a lot more, wasn't there? A lot more subtlety to his game. Like you said, I remember a try on the left-hand side of Quins' that corner where he's chipped over. And you're like, people didn't see that, I don't think. And it wasn't talked about enough. Obviously, if you played against him, you knew it was coming. And the other bit about his game, which was rather frustrating, over ball, he was incredible, wasn't he?
Yeah, and again, another
For a big
jackal
lad,
threat. Yeah.
very, very good jackal threat.
Like having on the back row, wasn't it? In defence,
Never got injured. Don't think he ever missed a game with Quins, apart from when he got banned.
Happened,
Yeah,
didn't it? That happened a bit.
Happened a couple of times.
Yeah.
But he lives on Bry's and rum and cokes.
And rum and cokes.
And he
Full fat
swears by
cokes, yeah, and that's it.
Swears by it. So
For a game, yeah.
don't advise that, kids.
Yeah.
But
Day for a game, doesn't matter. Have a Brian, yeah.
yeah,
There we go.
good off the pitch
More
as
people
well.
should-
Yeah,
brilliant
really
off the
value
pitch.
pitch.
Wingers, Kate.
Can I have my 13
Yes,
first?
you can.
I'll have my
13,
first,
please,
okay.
Kate.
Semi Radradra.
Yeah, nice.
Again, it's a nice combination, him and Dre, but probably the hardest man I've ever had to tackle, I reckon. He's so strong.
He is built differently, isn't he, to the rest of us?
Yeah. He can do everything.
Yeah.
Offload, pass. Not sure about his kicking game, but again, you don't need that.
Doesn't
Like,
need to.
He doesn't need
He doesn't need it because he can run as far as he can kick. I think that's a nicely balanced centre pairing.
That is a
him
frightening
and Semi. Yeah,
Well, like, for a while, he
partnership.
for a while was playing on a different level to a lot of people in the league. Wasn't it? Like, it didn't look fair what him and Pietau were doing at times. Like, if he decided to take a game to the next level, he'd go and make a break, wouldn't he? Or he'd I think it was just was it Bath he played against, and he looked like he was at half pace for.
He always looked like he's just, even on the weekend when he was playing, he was just dancing around people at 50%. It looked like.
Yeah, and physical, very physical.
Different level. This has got the makings of like a Barbarians team. This would be a hell of a Barbarians.
See, that's the kind of rugby I'd like my team to play as well.
Yeah, I like your style. Okay, so who's going to score the tries out wide then, Kate?
So on the left wing, I'm going Mateo Carreras.
Nice. Yeah.
Like I said, I like tackling someone with feet. And he wasn't only feet in small spaces. His ability to sprint and step and keep that speed through the step was the best in the world, I think. You've got your Colbys and your Curtly Arenza again. He's one who's up there as well. They've got feet in confined space. Tyrone Green again, feet in tight spaces, but he could just step and keep his
still
speed,
same speed,
which is a skill in itself. So yeah, I think he'd be pretty exciting on my left wing.
Unbelievable player.
Strong as well, isn't he?
Oh,
very
He
strong.
don't mind running into
RGs
big
are
lads.
just-
The RGs are built different. They're mad. Aren't they? They're mad.
Yeah, so bit different to Carreras. I like a big winger, someone who can offload, get other people into the game. I'm going to go. I've just got memories of Northampton away, Naya Ravoro, skittling boys around.
I may have been one of those players.
I won't dob you in if you were Dees, but and I'm just going on my memory. He's one of the hardest people to tackle.
Yeah.
You can line up and try and shot him as low as you can, but he's 140 kilos. Even if you get him down, he's probably offloading.
Yeah. That was the bit, wasn't it?
We're going all out attack.
Yin and yang with the level, with the size there. I like it, mate. And then someone at the back just to pull it all together.
Yeah.
Who's your 15?
There's a couple of options. My mate Tyrone Green, I'm going to chuck in there for an attacking team. But I think we mentioned him earlier when we were talking about Semi. That link Pietau and Radraja had, we've been made to look silly at Ashton Gate a couple of times just from them. Again, you can get a good shot on him, but that ball's getting away. Left foot step, skills in kicking and running and passing. On his day, he was one of the best players in the world, I think.
Unbelievable.
I think he is. I think the other bit I didn't quite realise how good he was. I played barbars with him, and I didn't quite realise his game understanding and like his dominance of like talking about the game. I sort of imagined he was going to be just a brilliant runner, and you give him the ball and big left foot, but like his like collective understanding of how to put a game together, I was really impressed by as well.
Again, that's my attacking head on. I'm looking at people I've played with, Halfpenny, Mike Brown, like those two I've learnt so much off. You can pick their brains all day, and incredible players in their own right, but just for my team, I'm going attacking mindset on Charles Pietau.
It's a great team, Cage. We'll run through it here again. Marler, Montoya, Collier, Courtney Laws, Joe Launchby, Dave Ewers, Will Evans, Jasper Visa finishes the forwards. Then backs, Cobus Reinach, Marcus Smith, Carreras, Andre Esterhazy, Semi Radrada, Naya Rivaro and Charles Pietau at 15.
It'd be one where you wouldn't want to play against that, would you?
That, isn't it?
I would not want to play against that team. Who would be your captain really quickly in that team?
Oh,
Cades?
I think I'd probably go Courtney.
Nice. Courtney Laws captain.
Courtney
You're
Laws
obviously going to
captain.
coach because you're unbeaten in your
9
coaching
from 9,
record so far.
exactly.
Cadan Murley, what an unbelievable team, ladies and gentlemen.
Good team.